some young broke dude.
She looks like the woman named Margaret who sits in the front of the office and has a Betty Boop calendar and usually is a little stressed out because no one ever puts the outgoing mail in the right place. And she's not really great with this whole Google Docs thing yet, but she always remembers to fill up her candy jar with peanut M&Ms in seasonal colors, and when she finally retires, this whole place will fall apart probably.
When you find a $47 receipt in the Walmart parking lot and steal those items to return to a different Walmart, get a $45 gift card, sell that for $22 and buy $20 worth of heroin. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Is it weird that I miss the daddy long-leg spider that just sits in the corner of my desk and just vibes with me when I'm making Minecraft skins at 4 a.m. and crying about how bad the blood effects are in Kill Bill? Miss you, Cotton Eye Joe. Did your high school take drunk driving so seriously they staged a biannual car accident with actual students so you had to watch at least one of your friends die while one kid had to go to fake court and feel what it was like to listen to parents of people they killed, or are you normal?
Dear parents, just because your child is smiling at their phone doesn't mean they have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe they're just looking at pictures of sustainable architecture.
Which song is playing on a loop in the lowest pit of hell to further torment the damned?
Everyone hears their all-time favorite song. It's just the karaoke version, sung by a very passionate and very, very drunk middle-aged Japanese guy.
When I was 4, my sister was 2. I am now 44. How old is my sister?
This is a tough one. She might be 42, but she could be 41 or 43 also, since you don't say when your birthday is and her birthday is. Also, she could be dead. Finally, you might have thought she was your sister, but actually your mom had an affair with another man, and the woman who was 1 to 3 younger than you is not actually your sister. But your mom may have given away your real sister for adoption, in which case she's probably older than you. See why it's tough? Finally, what if you think your sister is dead, but she actually has become an astronaut on a secret government project for near light speed travel? Then your sister will be aging more slowly than you, so she could potentially be even younger than 41.
Solution 1. This smells like vanilla beans having an orgy in a dark, smoky room while a yellow cake is baking somewhere in the distance.
Is there an emoji for I saw your text but didn't know how to perfectly respond to it, so I waited until I knew exactly what to say, but it's been 3 weeks, so now I just feel microbursts of shame every time I see your name in the elephant graveyards of messages on my phone?
New dating app idea, called 7.5. Only for people who are like a strong 7, maybe an 8 on a good day. Who look kinda athletic but would probably die if they had to run a mile. Have depression but the kind that makes you funny. Car's check engine light is on. No one else is allowed.
How to spot a fake gamer. Frequently pronounces video games as video blames. Will often say I need help passing this level, it's really hard. Then when you look at their screen, it's running Microsoft Excel 2007. They invite you over to their place to check out their game collection, and it's just every season of Frasier. Still impressive. Their Xbox One is actually a series of tissue boxes glued together with the word Nintendo painted over it. When you ask their favorite video game, they respond by doing a series of skillful backflips, temporarily distracting you from having asked the question in the first place. Keeps a secret diary with I hate video games and I never play them written on every page.
Whose responsibility is it to know what is due, when it is due, and or what was missed during an absence? Yours, the student, your teacher, your parents, or your third cousin twice removed who runs a successful ice sculpting business in Hoboken?
People who voted for Kennedy in 1960 but never voted for Trump in 2016, but voted for Bush in 2000 but won't vote Trump in 2020, but voted for Reagan in 1980 but didn't vote for Clinton in 1992, but did vote for Obama in 2008. Why? I wish you all tremendously great sex and clear skin and that big break you've been hoping for, and that you run into no less than 7 dogs tomorrow.
It's so sad that kids will never know the simple pleasure of playing Wii Sports tennis on a Saturday afternoon in 2006 while your parents yell about getting a divorce in the other room.
Honestly, it is so goddamn funny whenever some straight man calls me a whore or a bitch or something like, girl, you think that shit hurts my feelings? My closest friend once told me I dressed like an accounting major going through her second divorce while trying to get her oldest stepchild to call her once a month. That's a real insult. Try harder.
Ever dropped an ass gas so on point that it sounded like the last battle cry of a vengeful commander in the Imperial Roman army right after his wife was beheaded by the rebels before his eyes, and the only courtesy present in his eyes was pure gore retribution?
What's considered trashy if you're poor, but classy if you're rich? Day drinking, speaking two languages, hard drugs, and tax avoidance.
Has anyone drawn a comic where Jesus tries to spray a misbehaving cat with a water bottle, but it comes out as wine and ruins the furniture or carpet or whatever worse?
Name a better feeling than waking up in the middle of the night and thinking to yourself, please don't be 6 a.m., and then when you look at the clock you realize that's only 2:34 a.m. and you still have like 4 hours to sleep.
What is the most why the fuck do you know that fact?
If you need to hide a body, the best way to do it is to remove the hands and teeth to prevent identification. If they can't identify the body, they can't possibly link the victim to you since they don't know who they are, and dispose of them elsewhere. You can also pour yogurt into the anus to help speed up the decomposition process, further preventing identification. If you must bury the body, make sure to bury them vertically, as aerial searches will look for disturbed ground about 6 feet or so long. Also, bury a dead animal about a foot on top of the dead body so when cadaver dogs will alert, they will find the dead animal and the searchers will assume it was a false positive, then move on.
You ever think about all the shady fucking places you went when you were like 15 or 16 and lied to your parents about and wonder how the hell you're actually still alive and not buried in a shallow grave still clutching that bottle of UV blue?
I'm an extroverted introvert. That means I'll either talk your ear off like I've done 4 lines of coke, taken 30 milligrams of Adderall, and drank 7 cups of coffee, or I'll be a Buddhist monk vow of silence mute. There's no in between.
What a rickety-ass upside-down country where you can do a coup via the post office. I can watch VR porn while I summon a pizza by grunting at an Alexa, but I gotta vote the same way a Revolutionary War soldier sent horny poems to a girl he met at a witch drowning? Only psychopaths buy a sticker and immediately put it somewhere. No, you have to think about all the places you could stick it, get overwhelmed, and then put it in a drawer for 3 years. If I could give any advice to my 8-year-old self, stop talking about how much you like owls all the time. You're about to get worthless owl things for every holiday until you're 20. Start talking about how much you like cold hard cash.
Wanted, songwriting partner. Hi, I'm Michael and I want to form a songwriting duo. If you're interested, meet me here tomorrow at midday. I've already written the lyrics for 12 songs that will form the basis of our first album. 3 of them are about dolphins, 2 electropunk, and 1 rap. 1 of them is about the deceased wrestler Andre the Giant, a ballad. 8 of them are about Hitler's decision to attack Russia in 1941, all disco. We just need to put them to music. I expect the whole process to take us 3 hours. If you have any instruments, bring them with you. I'll ask my cousin Martin if we can borrow his ukulele. If he says no, I will do beatboxing instead. Michael, no weirdos, please. If I had a nickel for every time I saw a step-bro/step-sis porno, I would be rich.
If I had a nickel for every time a French king died after hitting the head on a door frame, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Sorry, can't come out tonight. I gotta sit alone in front of a muted TV opening and closing the same 4 social media apps until 3 a.m. Did anybody else just see a naked guy with just a diaper on his head stuck inside a glass jar walking along the median on John Laurie between Nose Hill and Hawkwood? Am I having a psychotic breakdown? I saw him around 6:20 p.m. Wednesday.
You'll have to be more specific.
Parents at restaurant. Our son's 7th birthday is today. Group of 6 Adderall-addicted chain smokers who all have sex with each other and haven't slept in 24 hours stop rolling silverware and start clapping.
Feminism is cancer, he typed, vaping and chugging Mountain Dew. It's killing us men. The microwave dinged. His taquitos were ready. Why is the chosen one always a teenager? We're really gonna put the fate of the universe on someone with an underdeveloped prefrontal cortex? Give me a story with a chosen one who's a 42-year-old mom that has already seen some shit and is totally out of fucks to give.
Do you still say reading is one of your favorite activities and hobbies, even though you haven't actually read in months, but you used to read like a book a day when you were younger, so much so that it became a personality trait, and now you for some reason cannot for the life of you make yourself read, but you're still emotionally attached to that part of you, and hope by speaking it into existence you'll someday rediscover that happy version of yourself, or are you normal?
In tonight's edition of very specific kinds of people I can't fucking stand. Men who drive fucking gigantic shiny pickups that they obviously just have as ego boosters who fucking tailgate you on an empty stretch of freeway at night, and they've replaced their headlights with fucking military grade 500 proton scatter billion lumen searchlights that they fucking utterly blind you with while honking for you to get out of your lane because they just desperately have to go a full 40 miles over the speed limit, or their dick will just jump clean off their balls and hurl itself out their window in shame.